They say they go in threes. Louis Farrakhan's son, Joseph Jackson, and now the eldest son of Tina Turner. What's up, everybody? This is the Jedi. I need to let you know that I threatened to do a scathing video about the 4th of July. You guys that have been with me since I began and were privy to all of the stuff that I put out on the old channel, you know that I've done that video. That said, I still was threatening to do a video to clarify this 4th of July business and why we don't have any reason to be celebrating. But the last video that I released on the MOVE organization wore me out. And that wasn't even my greatest work as far as technicals, because when I first envisioned that video, it was going to be a lot of me on screen with article, and then me on screen me, and then going to articles or going to video and and I just decided to compress that production down, because I'm always mindful of you. I want you to sit and behold whatever it is that I'm communicating, but I need to also manage your time. You know, it's important that every frame must be worth something. If it's not, then I'm wasting your time, and that's disrespect. So I just decided to keep it kind of light today. I also threatened a live stream. But I look like Grizzly Adams right now because I've not shaven in many days, and I look like hot warmed garbage. So whatever. But I want to shout out Diva Queen Lopez again, and thank you, Diva Queen, for just being a faithful follower of the Jedi, and your kindness, your words, your loyalty, your contribution to the channel. And as I say that, I remind everybody, you guys, this channel is not me. Okay, it's the Jedi and I'm the host, and but this is our channel. This is our channel, and this is why I wanted to make sure that I communicated to you yesterday when I did the video about the Monday mix. So I want to open the door more for you. You know, people like Diva Queen, they know, just if they feel something, they send it. You know, they share it with me. And but maybe there's some of you that don't know that you can do that or whatever. So certainly you can always send me anything that you feel passionate about or that you feel is worth noting, or something we should cover here on the channel. And the Monday mix really accentuates that, because then you can send whatever, and then like I said, just put that in a folder, and then you know, we pull that out on Mondays, and we just go through as much of it as we can, you know. So again, thank you, Diva Queen Lopez. I appreciate you, my sister. Gracias por todo. Anyway, Tina Turner's oldest son, Craig, that's the other thing that jumped out to me. So I'm saying, no matter how bougie and up you get, we all know a Craig Nem. So I'm saying, it's always Craig Nem. It's got to be. It has to be. Feel me? I mean, if Michelle Obama wasn't enough as our angel descendant on the wings of angels from heaven, and we saw her land, her brother, who is her older brother, it's her only brother, is named Craig, y'all. So Craig was up in the White House. That's Craig them up in the White House. That's Craig them. I love that so much. I love that so much. I do. Damn it, I do. Damn it. And I also want to say to you that it took me off guard for a minute. I was like, Tina Turner's son? When she had a son? But I thought back to what's love got to do with it, and I realized there was some kids involved. Like, yeah, it was some kids. Oh, yeah. But the fact that he's 59, you understand, And Tina Turner is 6,000 years old, everybody. She's 6,000. I checked it. I checked it. I had archaeologists and they had DNA samples from a microphone she used in the 1950s, and they told me she is 6,000 years old. All right, they said it. All right. Anyways, so what is the suicide business? Let's get into this. Tina Turner's oldest son, Craig Nem Turner, has died by suicide, people confirms. He was 59. A spokesperson for the Los Angeles County Department of Medical Examiner Coroner tells people Craig was pronounced dead at 12:38 p.m. after being found dead in his Studio City, California home from self-inflicted gunshot wound on Tuesday. I want to stop and say this. You know, I lived in California, and of the places that I lived in the Valley. I've shared with you guys. And I was always in Studio City. Like, I knew people that had places in Studio. Very nice place. I loved Studio City. If you ever go to California, goddammit, go to Studio City and just feel the vibe. Just feel it. Just feel it. Feel it. Feel it. Feel it, feel it, feel it. Come on and feel it. Whatever. Alright, his autopsy is pending. Just a second. Wait now. They said affirmatively in this previous paragraph, they said the 12:38 blah blah California home from a self-inflicted gunshot wound on Tuesday. Well, how can you make that affirmative statement when now down here on its own little island, his autopsy is pending? Then how do you know how he died? Because you can kill somebody and stage it to look like a suicide. There's not been an autopsy. This is an erroneous statement to proclaim this, and then this is their header. Dies by suicide, not by apparent suicide or what is alleged to be or believed to be. You see? This is actionable potentially, because the moment that they have this autopsy and they found out no, there's something here that suggests that it was done at somebody else's hands, now you've caused additional trauma to the family and fans of Tina Turner by proxy. Therefore, there could be a monetary gain in a civil lawsuit. I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you. Just because you're People magazine does not make you beyond reproach and does not make you beyond litigation and liability. Craig is the son of Tina, who was just 18 when she gave birth to him, and saxophonist Raymond Hill, who performed with Tina Turner, with Ike Turner's band, Kings of Rhythm. Okay, wait, read that again, Jedi. Craig is the son of Tina and saxophonist Raymond Hill, alright, who performed with Ike, blah, 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 and Tina was married in 1962. Alright, fine. Craig worked as a real estate agent in California, according to the Hollywood Reporter. Well, he must have done pretty well. I mean, if he was living in Studio City, you know, that's a high real estate area. Like, you know, a condo is you're gonna have to kill your family and take all their money. Okay, forget that. Just hours before her son took his own life, again, they're stating that affirmatively, but they've already said that the autopsy is pending. A rep for the Tina okay, blah, respond to comment. All right, fine. So again, they're going further in. Just hours before her son took his own life, Tina attended Giorgio Armani's Privé Haute Couture fashion show in Paris, France, as part of the Haute Couture Paris Fashion Week. The iconic singer has lived in Europe since 1995, since the 1990s, with her German record executive husband Erwin Bach. In 2013, she relinquished her American citizenship. You go, girl. She said, I'm over this bitch. I ain't mad at her. With her fake accent. You know, anytime she would get an award, like, you know, Tina Turner's from Nutbush, Tennessee. Nutbush City. She's from Nutbush, Tennessee. And when she would show up at the Grammys or the American Music Awards, I'd like to thank everyone for this award. And everyone, everyone. I'd like to, like, she's like Eartha Kitt all of a sudden. I'd like to thank everyone. My album Providenza. Like, okay, aren't you from Nutbush Alpha? Such as. Such shit. Tina has been open about the abuse she suffered at the hands of Craig's adoptive father, Ike, who died in 2007. Now, that's important to know because then this was not Ike's son, and so, you know, okay, fine, all right, fine. And he adopted the kids, all right. May 2005, Tina revealed to Oprah that it's particularly took a toll on Craig, who was, quote, an emotional kid. She looks really good right there. She looks good right there. Like, I'm feeling that. Is that the haute couture? I mean, let's see, Tina Turner at Paris Fashion Week, July 3rd. So this is haute couture. I like that, y'all. Like, I don't understand half the shit that women wear. It's like a jigsaw puzzle or something. So if something's just some bullshit, I proclaim it. But if it's something that just strikes me for whatever reason, and this does, I don't know if it's the color or the fabric, I don't know. Go Tina. Appreciate this outfit, the haute couture. Go ahead, Tina. And then look, she got nice feet too. Feel me? She might be 6,000, but you look at her feet. That's some well taken care of feet, y'all. You need to understand that. I like her outfit. I like her shoes and everything. Go ahead, Tina. Go ahead. He'd always look down in sadness, she said of her son's response to her abuse. One day, when Ike was fighting me, Craig knocked on the door and said, "Mother, are you all right?" I thought, "Oh, please don't beat me at home. I don't want my children to hear." The singer recently launched a musical based on her life, Tina in London, which details every turbulent moment of her 50-year singing career. TMZ was first to report the news of Craig's tragic death. If you know somebody's committing suicide, blah, 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 and I'm over it. Okay, fine. Well, this is tragic on its face, but it's also tragic because, you know, like Tina Turner is, she's 6,000. I really don't know how old she is now. I mean, I'm just being stupid, but I don't know how old Tina Turner, but she's older than, well, they said she was 18. Get your math out, Jedi. Alright. So therefore, if he was 59, then we add 18 to that. She's 77 years old. You know, and you just don't need to be hearing about the death of a child at 77. You just don't. You know? I can't. I just always hate that, you know, that any mother has to grieve a child. Something about that goes through me in a way that it probably doesn't most people, I guess to say. You know, even when we cover police shootings and I see our women out there distraught over the loss of their child, it's something about that really cuts to my soul. I can't with it. I can't. And this is vague, you know, and I think it's premature for them to just proclaim it a suicide without using delicate language that it may not be, or at least leave the door open that there could be some foul play or something, you know. And you should always be wanting to at least leave all options on the table when it's a celebrity, somebody that's attached to a celebrity, be it a friend or a child or any type of family member of a living celebrity, living celebrity. You know, I'd have to look at assets, and he was in real estate, and so what was going, would there have been any motive for anybody to kill him in this these sorts of things, and we've seen where people have been killed and it's been staged to make it look like a suicide and all that stuff. I just think it's premature, but right now the headline is that he died by suicide. So, you know, whatever. I also want to say this in closing, you guys. There was a video that I was going to do, and I actually started doing it. The video I announced to you in the move video, I announced to you that the video I was coming with next was this piece on a Queen Latifah show. I started producing that video, but as I got into it, the show fell flat and failed. Like it was nothing going on. It just wasn't. And I can't. So I scratched that. But I did produce it. I need you to know that. Or at least I began producing it. And like I said, it just fell flat and failed. And I just figured I didn't need it. So, I'm not sure what my next video is going to be. I think what I will do is I'm going to share with you another video that I did produce last evening or in the wee hours of the morning or whenever it was. Shout out to Stephanie Watkins, my sister. Shout out to you, who sent me a link asking me did I know anything about this hashtag WALKAWAY. Had no idea what that was. I'm gonna splice that video in now and attach it to this, because I did produce that and I finished it and everything. I forgot about it. So I'm gonna splice that in. So let's go to that, and then I'll have a couple comments on the other side, and then we'll be out. So let me just splice that in here. What's up, everybody? This is the Jedi. First, shout out to Stephanie Watkins, who sent me a comment asking me did I know or what my thoughts were about this. I had no idea what she was talking about. No idea. So thank you, Stephanie. Thank you. I still don't know. I just went ahead and did a search and found the first thing that looked like it was informational. What's this? To keep up with this news by installing art? No, hell no. Damn, everybody's always trying to sell you something. You feel me? I can't. Hashtag WalkAway campaign launched by gay New York hairdresser speaks to disenchanted liberals. I'm over it. But I still don't know what it is. Let's read on, damn it. The WalkAway campaign, a grassroots initiative by New York-based stylist Brandon Straka, has been blowing up on Twitter, with disappointed ex-Democrats telling stories of what prompted them to take the red pill. I still don't know what I'm looking at. The movement has been gaining momentum since a YouTube video starring Straka went viral. In the video, originally posted late May, Straka, an openly gay man, explains why he decided to bid farewell to the party despite being a lifelong Democrat. Okay. So, this is about leaving the Democratic Party. Yeah. Okay, I get it. I get it. Well, how much more is there of this? Before I even read on, let me say this. He is a gay man. Fuck him, because I'm sure he wasn't singing this song when President Obama was doing every goddamn thing for gay people, including changing his position on gay marriage. So set your white ass down. You feel me? Doesn't matter, gay or straight, he's just another devil, everybody. That's what you're dealing with. That's what you're dealing with. You understand? And, you know, it's funny that everybody is now all up in arms over the Democratic Party when the fact of the matter is they weren't feeling this way until this sniper fire ass bitch lost the damn election. Which I predicted and eloquently laid out every step of why the bitch was going to lose and why the orange tulip would win, and I was obviously right. The fact of the matter is that the Democratic National Committee, Debbie Wasserman Schultz and crew conspired against Bernie Sanders, who everybody wanted, including conservatives, because they were too angry at sniper fire to vote for her ass. They thought Trump was a joke, and Bernie was the radical thing that they wanted. So even conservatives were prepared to vote for Bernie. The Democratic National Committee is that fucked up everything. Don't give me Russians. Don't give me anything else. I'm telling you. That's what happened. And so it pissed off everybody. And so the conservatives went ahead and voted for the fucking orange tulip. Many Bernie Sanders sat the election out. And, or still went and wrote him in or something like that. But it wasn't going to be sniper fire. You know. And they say she won the popular vote. And that still doesn't mean anything. Because the popular vote, with such a low voting populace in this damn country of 300 plus million people, you get about 5 people that vote. So you won the popular vote. Ooh, you got 3 voters. So that's relative. You understand what I'm saying? I'm over it. I'm over it. So he's an ungrateful twit. Why now the disdain for the party? Why weren't you saying this back when, you know, either before the election or just right after? And I'm always suspect of anything they say, a YouTube video that went viral. No, the fucking devils that run this bitch, they decide what's going to go viral. You understand me? They decide that. Because isn't it just so interesting that we never see a fucking black viral video? We just don't. You see, the last one that we saw, and probably the only one I think I've seen, was the Patty Pie dude. I'm over it. For years now, I have watched as the left has developed into intolerant, inflexible, illogical, hateful, misguided, ill-informed, un-American, hypocritical, menacing, callous, ignorant, narrow-minded, and at times blatantly fascistic behavior and rhetoric. Straka says in the video, arguing that in its effort to drum up the voters, the Democratic Party, quote, has joined forces with the extreme left. Listen, where did he begin his preface his statements with? He says, for years now. You see, so fuck him. If you want to say for the last year or 2 years, I'm cool with you. Don't give me this year. Actually, the last year. Don't give me years and shit. Because where's your little twitty ass when Obama was giving you all the bullshit and they lit up the White House in the fucking rainbow color and all of it? I can't. This means nothing, everybody. That's what I think of it, Stephanie. This means nothing. You see? And all these labels of left and right, fuck that. This is not for African people. We are, as we have always been, or we need to be, I should say, only interested in what serves us. That's it. And for the most part, we've done that. But I was concerned in the last election because it wasn't about what served us. Because what absolutely was the best thing for us and quite frankly everybody else, but we don't give a damn about everybody else. We're only concerned about us. The thing that was good for us was Bernie Sanders. But the weak-minded Christian, which is the majority of our people in this damn nation, add to that the fucking fake-ass pastors in your goddamn churches. You could not pull fucking black people away from this sniper fire ass bitch. I can't. This was the same bitch talking about we need to bring them to heel. And I did videos, you know, showing you how her fucking Bill Clinton was responsible for the greatest increase in incarceration of African people ever in the history of incarceration. And down the list that I went. So let's not buy into this left-right bullshit. You understand what I'm saying? Historically and currently, we know the white man is the devil. But when it comes to politics, what seems to be, underlined seems to be, the lesser of the evils is the Democratic Party. We don't have any refuge on the other side because that's nothing but fucking racists. You understand? That's nothing but racist. Identified racists. You see, you got the closeted ones over on the left, if you will. Like this little sachet twit. He's been a damn right-winger since probably forever. And he was just leaning on the Democratic side trying to get his little fucking gay rights and shit. Now he wants to sashay over and talk shit. Like, fuck him. You see what I'm saying? Fine. But when they shut down all your gay rights over on the right, let's see what your bitch ass is going to say. What will that viral video look like, huh? Straka, or whatever his fake name is. Where am I at now? Accusing Democrats of cultivating a victim mentality among the party's minority supporters. Straka, really? So weren't you a victim when you were out there screaming for your fucking gay rights? Huh? I'm sorry, what? Accusing Democrats of cultivating a victim mentality among the party's minority supporters, this asshole argues that its attempt to portray a person of color, a woman, an LGBT person, and a migrant as a victim of systemic oppression is the party's greatest and most insidious lie that is needed so the minorities will see their saviors in Democrats who in fact do nothing to improve the situation. I want to stop and say this. You see how crafty that is, everybody? Listen, this motherfucker is a right-winger. Has always been, I swear to you. You understand? And he's a fucking white devil on top of it. But here's the thing that validates what I'm saying. You see that little diatribe he just put in there? He says that they have the minority supporters, argues that its attempt to portray persons of color, comma, interestingly they started with that one, women, comma, LBGT. Again, they're trying to make this false equivalent because none of these motherfuckers, women or LBGT, whatever the fuck the alphabet bullshit is, are equal to our shit. So fuck him and the fat bitch that gave birth to him, that fat bitch. But then he goes through the whole diatribe and he says, what? As migrant, as victims of systemic oppression, so that he can wipe out our shit right there in that one sweep by trying to equate the alphabet bullshit and the women with us. The bitch needs to be hit by a car. I said it. I can't, because nobody in that damn list is the victim of systemic oppression other than African people. Don't ever approach the throne. Don't ever fucking do that. The video has since been watched by over 420,000 times. So 420,000 is a viral video, everybody. You see? A viral video, some shit in the millions, has been watched over 420,000 times. I'm over it. Receiving over 16,000 likes and fewer than 300 dislikes. I'm over it. People have been posting their own testimonies across all social networks under hashtag WALKAWAY, hashtag on what has triggered them to leave the party. This is a political piece, everybody. He is either the one of the co-conspirators and the creators of it, or a dumbass fucking participant. I don't know. I say he's one of the perpetrators. This is a political piece before midterm elections, do you understand? To try to drum up support, and a desperate move by this orange tulip, as if people have a choice on the other side. We don't got nobody that the Democrats are running right now either. You see what I'm saying? So it's really nobody. But for this little unqualified little twit, look at this bullshit. I can't. Brandon Straka. Psh, bite my ass. Cherry. I don't want to read the bullshit. I don't care. Alright. The monument, or the momentum that has been generated by the campaign has caused some to suspect that it was a product of conservative spin. What did I just fucking say? And I haven't read this. You see, they're trying to create this mass hysteria, and it's because you are dumb. You see, the American public are the dumbest fucking people on earth, and they will do anything if they feel like everybody else is doing it. So this is meant to create buzz, as if this oh my god, this video went viral, and everybody's saying hashtag walk away. You see, and these little dumb fucking millennials and all the other bullshit, they will fall for this shit. I can't, dude. I can't. But more than that, you need to understand that anything that anybody else in this society is doing is not pertaining to us. We set our agendas and decide what we react to and what we don't. We don't need no little sachet little fucking gay dude telling us what the fuck our political views should be. Fuck him. Because I'm sure he wasn't all cozied up on the right when he was trying to get his fucking gay rights and his gay marriage and all of it. And I hope we're going to read something personal about him and we find out he's fucking married. That wasn't the damn right-wingers that did that, you see. That was an African man, bitch. Getting worked up. Getting worked up. I'm getting worked up. Getting the fuck worked up. So see, I was already saying it. Now, anytime I said this before we read that, and I suspected it. The fact that they said it is that reverse psychology. You see? Well, I know you're gonna say this now because, and then try to give the denial. No, it is true because I was already going down that road already. And what do they say? The momentum has been generated by the campaign has caused so much, or caused some to suspect that it was the product of a conservative spin master, and Straka was no more than an actor chosen to read the text. No, I said he's one of the co-conspirators, one of the creators of the shit. What did I just say? You got to get up early and stay up late to pull shit over on me. You just goddamn it do. I'm telling you. I'm not the sharpest knife in the drawer, but goddamn it, don't touch me. Don't touch. The activist himself dismisses the allegations of, quote, being hired by Koch brothers, end quote, or conservative news site Breitbart as laughable. Really? Saying that he was behind the script 100% and drew inspiration, quote, from passion that I feel in my heart for what I was saying. No, you had a fucking dick in your mouth and you couldn't say a goddamn thing. Shut your ass up. I'm over it. This dumb bitch who has become a frequent guest on TV shows since his campaign took off told RT that the ultimate goal of his movement is to, quote, get people back in touch with their voices. So it's kind of a quasi Kanye thing. You know this vis-a-vis the blow up on TMZ. You feel me? Come on, dude. This is the fakest shit. Speaking about the last straw that caused him to turn his back on his former party, the stylist turned activist. That doesn't even sound right. The stylist turned activist, like she's just gonna sashay out with her hot comb and show those politicians in her high heels. You see, screaming Miss Thing Girl or some bullshit. I'm over it. The stylist turned activist. The stylist turned activist and fake bitch du jour said that the identity politics and the politically correct culture promoted by Democrats eventually take over common sense. I can't, dude. How much more of this bullshit? How much of this torture have I got to take, Stephanie? Alright, we're gonna try and fight it out to the end. You owe me caviar for this, Stephanie. I said it. Anyways, promoted speaking. No, this isn't it. Where was I at? back to their voices. Speaking about the last straw that caused him to turn his back on his former party, the stylist turned activist. Oh, I did read that, okay. Prompted by the Democrats' eventual take over common sense. Alright. It just began to get more and more out of control, and it was something I could no longer tolerate, he said, adding that while as a gay thing and a Miss Thing girl, he was, quote, kind of Democrat by default. See, he's trying to deny what he has to admit there. Because nobody was advocating for your gay ass over on the fucking Republican side, bitch. Do you understand me? So you sashayed your ass over to the fucking Democrat side, trying to get... I promise you we're going to find out the bitch is married. Watch. He was kind of Democrat by default. But you just said up there anybody that they victim and you oppressed and all the bullshit, so you were by default, huh? Are you trying to claim that you were oppressed or something? I'm sure the fucking stylist turned activist wouldn't say that, everybody. I'm sure of it. Yeah, he could break a nail. It could happen. We've seen worse disasters. We've seen catastrophic disasters like broken nails, broken heels even, and we've seen it. By default, the direction in which the Democrats are going has been making him extremely uncomfortable for years. While this fake bitch has faced a massive positive feedback, critics argue that those who joined the movement are not Democrats who have suddenly awakened to the truth, but conservatives. I totally agree with that shit. Some longtime conservative supporters have indeed tweeted their own video with the hashtag WALKAWAY hashtag, like young black activist C.J. Pearson. I'm over the bullshit. He didn't attempt to portray his address as an ex-liberal's walkaway moment, but simply giving a boost to the campaign. I gotta read this one. Guys, Trump can't do math. Now we'll finally get that impeachment to stick. But until that happens, keep resisting. Register at Green Party. Okay, fine, blah, blah, blah. And the whole hashtag walkaway campaign was cooked up by the right. Do your thing and don't follow orders. I totally agree with that. Look at this bitch. What, let's say Democrats choosing illegal aliens first means black lives come last. Get your bitch ass in the house and fucking buy you another bundle, bitch. I'm over it. The media tells you how to love, who to hate, who to be afraid. Give me a break. Don't give me this bullshit. They say that shit like you're supposed to feel like, yeah, the media does and we're fighting back. Listen, we have oppression, genocide, and fucking murder and shit to deal with in this bitch. We don't give a fuck about this. You understand what I'm saying? These are luxury issues, everybody, that we simply don't have time for. We don't. Because the fact of the matter is, until we get somebody in that fucking Oval Office that tells you, yeah, you do fucking take the fucking life of a goddamn cop when they take yours. You see what I'm saying? Or some bullshit like that, we're not going to be represented. You understand? And we already seen that when we had the first black president, he can't get anything done. He had to show that it can be done. It's going to take somebody gangster getting up in that beat. In that piece. You understand what I'm saying? And if we stop with this interracial bullshit and washing ourselves out, then we will have mandingos that we will produce, you understand, to keep us in the majority, which we are already, and we can run this whole fucking country. Understand that. My campaign is not mostly comprised of people who are conservatives, and in fact, anybody who is saying that, I encourage them to go into the page. Ain't nobody going to your page, bitch. Despite hours of video testimonies shot by real people, some commentators invoke the old blame Russia narrative, alleging that the activists might as well be Russian trolls. I agree with that. It's ridiculous. The video testimonials don't lie. Those are not Russian bots, if you will. If those are not Russian bots, if you will, and these aren't manufactured stories. These are real people telling real stories. No, they're fucking brain dead ass motherfuckers who think they're being authentic when actually they're being fucking controlled. there's no greater slave than a person who thinks they are free and that are still a slave. Understand that. And Americans are good for that shit. They don't know a damn thing. You're the dumbest fucking people on the damn planet. Everybody is smarter than you on the damn earth. And you can always pull this kind of propagandic bullshit in a setting like this. I'm over it. Brandon Straka. We need to fucking Google this bitch so that I can prove that he's fucking married. Let's find this out. Is there a Wikipedia established about this bitch? No, I guess there wouldn't be, right? We're going to find out if the bitch is married. Well, there he is, potentially hugged up with somebody, but it's not enough. Okay, Jedi, what do you need to do to find out about this whore? What do you need to do? Let me think. Let's do all. Let's do... Is Brian Straka married? Or Brandon, what the fuck his name is. The stylist turned activist. Ooh! Heather and Brandon Straka's wedding website. I'm sure that can't be him. That must be some other person. The unsilent minority, Brandon Straka. Fuck him, I'm over it. Well, this can't be him. Because there's a woman's name up there. No. This is some other Brandon Straka person. Images for Is Brian Straka married? Let's do that. Fundraiser for Brian Straka. Well, whatever. Alright. I know the bitch is married. I said it. Alright. And he can give thanks to President Obama and by default the Democrats for that shit. What I want to show you now is a piece that I have sourced during the course of replaying this for you that I just found. And it's just a snippet in another video so you can hear this fuck. His sort of advertisement, his trailer, if you will, for this whole hashtag bullshit. So I've edited that down because it's in somebody else's video, and we just want to hear his statements, and I've sort of spliced them together. So let's go to that now.
If you are a person of color, an LGBT person,
and Twitter,
a woman or an American immigrant, an LGBT person, a woman or an American immigrant, the Democratic Party wants you to know that you are a victim and destined to stay that way. They will insist that you are a victim doomed to exist within a system that is rigged against you, that you are a victim of systemic oppression, that you are a victim of your circumstances, and that no amount of hard work or motivational action will ever allow you to overcome your victimhood or the privilege of those around you. This is perhaps the Democratic Party's greatest and most insidious lie. But if you are a minority in America today, the left-wing politicians and the liberal media don't want you to ever discover this lie. So they bombard us with stories designed to reinforce the narrative that you are in danger, that you cannot succeed. They manipulate your fears and concerns by telling you that you are disadvantaged, disempowered, and disposable to everyone except them. They will tell you that you need them. They will tell you that you are only safe under their supervision. They will promise to liberate you from all that chains you. And then they will do absolutely nothing for you. Once upon a time, I was a liberal. But liberalism has changed, and I will no longer be a part of an ideology or political party that represents everything that contradicts my values of unity, equal opportunity, personal empowerment, compassion, and love. So I am walking away. And I encourage all of you to do the same. Walk away.
Now, that's the vomit from this traipser. You see, I can't, everybody. First of all that gloom and doom shit that he's saying, they will tell you that you are a victim. They will tell you. Has anybody heard them saying any of this shit? Has somebody raised their hand? Has anybody heard this shit? Because I haven't. Listen, the bottom line is, excuse me, in life, there's good and evil, everybody. There's no gray line. You're either good or you are evil. Period. So, this drama. Now, mind you, you live in a society where they won't allow a third party. When Ross Perot, because he had billions, he was able to actually be in the debates and everything. You know, ultimately, he didn't win because they did the same thing to him they did to Bernie Sanders. Same thing. But in that case, it was the Democrats and the Republicans conspiring against him. They don't want a third voice. They want to, what the white devil always does, he wants to say he's one thing while he's absolutely something different. He likes to prop himself up. You see, America itself is a very good model on paper. Oh, we love that. And their Constitution and all. Huh? It's all window dressing. Because the fact is, when you move back the fucking green screen, there's nothing but a pile of shit there. Populated by fucking white devils. That's what you've got. That's the reality of America. Evil. Evil fucking evil. So, this left and right bullshit is good and evil. But now, we always say, well, they're two heads of the same snake. We can agree with that simply because whether it's left or right, it's run by fucking white people. Inherent evil. Period. But the fact of the matter is you can't deny what has happened. We know that under Clinton, there was a balanced budget. We know that. We know that the Democrats, under the Democrats, there is health care. There is aid to women. I forget what you call that stuff. But anyway, there is, public assistance, Social Security, things that make up a democracy. You understand? They tried to use socialist as a bad word when Bernie Sanders was running. Well, he's a socialist. 99% of the fucking American population has no idea what the fuck that means. You already live in a socialist society. Huh? If you didn't, you wouldn't be paying fucking you wouldn't be paying, goddammit, income tax and property tax and all of that. There would be no Social Security. You understand? There would be no in any of the programs that the government gives, there would be no roads, there would be no stoplights, there would be no stuff that protects the environment, like the stuff that runs the society. You know what I'm saying? This is a socialist fucking country anyway, period. What did they name the shit we're on right now? Social fucking media. Think about that. Think about it. Think about it. You're hearing this talk, everybody, because you still have a strain, a remnant of what is right coming from the Democratic side. That's where we hear stuff that at least sounds like humanity. All we hear from Republicans is radical bullshit, because they represent angry ass fucking white people. That's all they represent. But why you're seeing even this hashtag walkaway bullshit and this fucking sachet queen is because it's what I've told you already. Why you see the interracial commercials running every fucking day on every goddamn product ever sold to humanity, it's interracial, is because of what I've told you. We are the majority in this bitch. White people are not the fucking majority, and they're dying off like flies, genetically and from their fucking opioid bullshit. They are out of here, homie. Praise be to Allah. So, the party that most represents what we know inherently benefits us, and they're not perfect, and they won't be until there's an African running it, who is activist, who is defiant, who has a healthy disdain for the history that they've created for us and our current condition. But as for now, African people, when we've gotten anything that halfway just benefited us, and we only get that because they can't detach us from the white poor, so they got to leave them without a fucking thing, or we get something by default. Follow me on this. Stay with me. So, with that attachment, we've been able to get certain things. Meanwhile, their whole society is still against you. They're shooting you down the street. They're incarcerating you. They're doing it all. They're poisoning you. They're doing it all. That's a parallel issue. But at the same time, when the dumbest African voter is sitting down and thinking who to vote for, it is the natural calling of the heart to say, well, what's beneficial for me? So if one guy is saying, we're going to get rid of fucking the Affordable Health Care Act, quotations Obamacare, and the other dude is saying, yeah, we believe there should be health care for the citizen, and you sit up there and you don't got fucking health care, and maybe you're a female and you have a newborn baby or some shit, it's no surprise who you're going to vote for. You see? You have to vote for your own ass. The problem that you have with voting in this fucking country is white people vote out of their evil. So a bitch that knows she's on Social Security will ignore that and vote for fucking pro-life or some shit, or against immigration or some bullshit. Their hate comes before anything else. Their hate comes before anything else. Their hate comes before anything else. And the day that they are no longer voting will be the day that you will see a different political climate in this bitch. And we see the tide turning now. We see the tide turning now because Obama's election signaled to them that they can't fucking control elections anymore. The only way they get what they want is if quote unquote Democrats sit at home and don't vote, or they sell out and vote for the other side or something like that. It has to be something extraordinary. Otherwise, they can never win ever again. The only problem with this last election is you had a fucking sniper fire ass bitch that everybody hated. And that's why you have the orange tulip sitting in the office now. So this whole hashtag walk away shit, and I'm already seeing videos by black people, because you're the target. You're the target. You're the one they want to walk away. Because as long as you do, whichever way you vote, that's the way the shit is going to go. You need to understand this, everybody. And you need to put down this shit about, well, I don't vote, my vote don't count. Absolutely, your fucking vote counts. That's why every time there's an election cycle, they always start having the problem with voting machines. And there's long lines in only black counties across this bitch. And it's all this and this and And they put in laws where you can't vote if you're a felon. And all this shit is targeting you. You gotta always wonder why the spotlight is on you. First of all, you got to recognize that it's on you. Open your damn eyes. And then when you go, oh shit, the spotlight really is on me, then you begin to ask that golden question that comes out of the mouth of every child. Why? Why? And then you see clearly as I see. And you see that this whole thing is a concerted effort. Because the more interracial motherfuckers you got, the less likely they are to vote for their own fucking interests. They don't know what fucking side of the fence they're on. I'm mixed, I'm black, I'm white, I don't know. Ooh, I'm mixed, and fuck that. This is all about washing your black ass out. Because they're keeping you in a certain class. And they can't have you have representation that gets you out of that situation. You saw the damn National Mall when this fucking orange circus was installed. There was nobody on that fucking National Mall. Even the heavens wouldn't acknowledge his shit. It rained, bitches. It rained. It rained. And there was nobody on that fucking National Mall for his inauguration. Nobody was out there. Damn it. Nobody. These are not just images, everybody. There's information there for you. Very critical information, I would advise. So that's what this is about. They put up this little hip swisher to tell you that to walk away. That's why they're focusing on women and minorities, which fuck that women shit, because when they say women, that means white bitches. We are one group. Our men and our women are one. We are Africans, period. We don't make no distinction. You understand? Because the issues of this asshole of Satan that affect our men are the same shit that affect our women. We make no distinction. So that women is white bitches. Period. And that LBGT shit, that's not even a fucking class. That's out. Just because you sleep with somebody of the same sex doesn't make you a special fucking person. I'm so sorry. I don't have anything against gay people. I have gay people in my family. I love gay people. But I don't love them because they're gay. I just happen to love people that are really funny, or they're really whatever, and oh my God, that's who you sleep with. It's just the same if you eat broccoli. I don't know that shit. It's who you are. So this isn't about dissing gay people. It's about putting the shit in clarity and saying that's not a fucking special class and you're not another fucking race. Period. And your struggle is nowhere near the struggle of African people across this bitch. Period. Period. I'm over it. So we need to wake up to this. This is to seduce you away. No, unfortunately, until there's a third party, until we are united and we use our numbers to install a third candidate that will be up there on the fucking debates. For right now, the only option we have, the closest thing to us getting anything, is to vote under this label of Democrat. But I say to you, throughout the label, you're voting for what is most likely that you can have something. Something. Because all these Republicans have in their mind is to get rid of everything. They're trying to keep this bitch white. Keep up the facade that they're still the majority, and they are not. White people are over. Thank God. Thank God. And there's nothing they can do to turn around their biology. They are dying the fuck off, and we rejoice and give praise. We rejoice and give praise So the moment you hear anybody African open their mouth to talk about this hashtag walk away shit, you caution them, don't get punched. And then you explain to them that this shit is about you. It's about you, either to get you not to vote in the elections, in any future elections, because you are disgruntled unjustifiably with the fucking Democratic Party, to get you to just stay the fuck at home. Excuse me. Or to get you to commit fucking personal and political and cultural suicide, absolutely, by voting for any fucking white devil on the goddamn Republican side. That's what this is about, everybody. That's what this is about. I always tell you, this white devil is always looking down the road to continue to plan evil. They have think tanks and shit where they just pay people to sit in a room and think of some shit. Think of some shit. That's what they always do. They're always plotting and planning and conniving. That's the word we want here. Conniving. 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 That's what this is about. You need to yell this far and loud out into the land, what you've learned here in this video. I proclaim to you that that's what this is about. And to have a little gay dude, it makes it look like, oh, it's not a concerted effort. You see? If they had like fucking Sean Hannity or something, then it would be so obvious. But this is the smoke and mirror. Let's put this gay dude up in there. You see what I'm saying? Who claims he's so disgruntled with the Democratic Party when his bitch ass wouldn't have any fucking so-called gay rights if it was up to the damn Republicans. It's antithetical for him to be promoting a party that is absolutely against his ass and starts talking about family values and shit when it comes to his bitch ass getting married to the same sex. Don't fall for this trap. And the fact that he's a white devil means you can't believe any fucking thing that he says anyway, gay or fucking straight, left or right. We as a people, we need to understand that in this environment, you have to use what you have. You don't own the fucking bus line that goes past your house, but you have to get on that bitch, don't you, to get where you going. So you don't gotta like the Democratic Party, but you need to understand that when you look back through history, these motherfuckers are the ones who, now, they don't give me this shit about, well, the Republican Party was originally a party of black people. We're not going back that far. Fuck you. Alright? We're on this right now. And the bottom line is, the only party that's talking in any terms that include African people and even begin to address anything that is helpful to us is the fucking Democratic Party. We don't gotta like them. Just like you don't gotta like that fucking bus that goes past your house, but you get on that bitch. You don't like that it's a fucking Arab that owns the fucking corner store, but there your bitch ass is up in there buying shit that you don't goddammit need. Do you understand the analogy I'm giving you? So, for now, we have to stick with this bullshit. But absolutely, the Republican Party is not an option for African people. Any of the past elections, you don't have to just look at the orange tulip. Go back and watch. You can look on fucking YouTube. Watch campaign rallies from any fucking Republican in the last 10 years, 20 years, whatever, how far you want to go back, and see how many fucking black people you see in those goddamn crowds. Period. That tells you. Because if there was something for us, we'd be there. We'd be there. You see? They have to put a label on their fucking conservative bullshit. African people by nature are conservative. We just are. We're not crazy. We're fair-minded at our core. We're not radical. And at our core, we're interested in what is right. That is the natural way of our people. That's the natural way of our people. You see? That's the natural way of our people. And we can still be consistent, because you notice that on the very night that Obama won, they had some Proposition 8 somewhere in the country that was supposed to do something for gay people. That shit fell flat and failed. But Obama was still elected. See? Then white gay folks wanted to turn around and look at us like we were a problem. Because we are naturally conservative. in our way as a people. It's inherent with us. It's inherent. We don't need to put a label on it. It's part of our moral fiber and our fabric as a people. Period. The damn end. So fuck this fucking Louboutin Christian fucking Louboutin bitch ass hairstyle stylist ass fuck, whoever the fuck he is. I can't. Oh my god, I can't. I'm over it. So that is your answer, Stephanie. Thank you for even turning my eye to this, even though it worked my last nerve. Because I didn't know anything about this. I know it was happening. I didn't know anything. You know what I'm saying? So this was, everything that you've seen in this, my coverage of this has come right out of my soul. This is what I think. This is what I think. It is some bullshit, and fuck him and the fat, greasy bitch that gave birth to him. That bitch. I'm over it. I'm over it. So, I think I may have said earlier, I don't know what my next video is, you guys. I don't. I may end up doing that article that that move.com, that one of the links that I left with the last video. Remember, I told you at the end of the video, I was like, this is really juicy, and I'm fighting myself not to get into it. I can't because of the time, and I'm tired. But I may just get hateful enough to go back and do that. So I think that could potentially, no promises, but that could potentially be my next video. Alright? But for now, I leave this one here. This is the Jedi.